Hi, this video is to explain how you can go by creating your own lamp in Fusion 360 and to introduce you to the rendering option in Fusion. Okay, so with this one, there is no plans, there are no drawings for this. This is something that you're going to create on your own. So I'm just going to show you a general steps how to do it, and then you could do it yourself. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and just create a sketch. And I'm going to just start in any plane. I always kind of start this up on the front plane. And I'm going to draw from this origin here straight up, however far you want it to go. It depends on what kind of lamp that you want. Okay. So this is basically an axis. Okay. Now I want to do is draw a profile of what a lamp should look like. So I'm going to do a little base down here so it has something flat to sit on. I'm going to go and use an arc to kind of draw kind of the bottom portion of this. And again, I'm just kind of going off my own plans. You create your own. Okay. So there's that. And then just have a little line coming down this way. And let's make sure those are going to be a smooth transition. Just like that. Let's go ahead. I'm going to do another arc. Again, I'm just kind of pulling this out of the air. Right there. I'm going to create another little bubble right there. Okay. Just kind of looking at the profile. And then I'm going to just do another line. Yeah, I'll just do a nice straight line. Just like that. So when you get done, whatever your design is going to be, and you know what? I'm going to do something. Let's not create that so harsh. Let's zoom in here. Like I said, I'm creating this as I'm going. Okay. Right there. That's look good. All right. So as I said, create your own form, your own style. The one thing you want to make sure of, guaranteed, that when you get done, this inside part is shaded. Okay. So I'm just moving my cursor over how it's shaded. You also notice that it's kind of a lighter blue. That's 100% important. The shape of your lamp, that's up to you. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and finish sketch. And I'm going to go into isometric here. Click the button. Okay, the command that we're going to use is called revolve. Revolve takes a profile, this thing here that you just made, and move it around an axis. So it already selected the profile for me. I need to hit the axis, which is going to be that line that I drew. And you see it goes 100%. Okay, but with the revolve, you only need the side profile. You don't want to go and do both sides because then it's going to loop onto itself. I mean, there is an option for that. Okay, so when you hit that, if you made both sides, make sure instead of 360, put 180. Okay, so we're just going to say okay. So there is the base of my lamp. Okay. Of course, a lamp needs a light bulb. So we're going to create another sketch. Okay. And I'm going to do on the same sketch I did the base. I'm going to do the same thing. Okay. I move this where I can see it. Again, just going to create a line going straight up. I probably could reuse the other line. In fact, let's do that. Let's go back into sketch, turn that original sketch on. So now I have a line here. And I'm it's going to do is right at that point, okay, I'm going to draw a circle, but I'm going to again, let's go ahead and do it just in case. Draw that center line. Now I'm going to show you what it's going to be like, okay, if I left both sides. All right, so I'm going to finish. So the light bulb is just a round part. Okay. It doesn't have to be attached, but don't go too far up because we're not going to put the electrical parts on there. So let's go ahead and do revolve. And then for some reason I can now hit both, probably because I separated, but let's say I have both of them. Okay, the axis is going to be the center part. And notice it doesn't preview. It gives me an error. So if I change this to 180, errors. Okay, well, not gonna look. So we'll just do one, and we're gonna go 360. Okay, so there's my bulb, my light bulb, and then every lamp has a shade. Okay, so we're gonna create a sketch. Use that same plane again. Okay. Again, I'm just gonna use that line. Okay. And I want the top of the shade there. And then I kind of draw the side profile of the shade. Now I want an opening in the top, so I'm not going to click on this line. I'm going to bring it out a little bit. Okay. So shades are little, they go a little bit low. Okay. Again, this is your design. You do what you want to do. Okay. I'm just kind of making this up as I go. And yeah, we'll do that way. Let's just see what happens. And let's round this corner off. And again, I'm just freeforming it, so I'm not putting any dimensions on. That looks good to me. Let's do the inside. Whoops. Let's do the inside one as well. Okay. Yeah, that looks kind of good. Okay. Big important thing again is that this area is shaded. So I'm going to go sketch, and you know it. I'm going to go revolve again. Okay. I'm going to select my profile because I didn't pre-select it. The axis again is the one I covered. Say OK. And there's my lamp. Okay. Now get rid of those lines in there. Let's get rid of that. All right. So your lamp is going to look a little bit different. Okay. The big thing is make sure that you're able to hit that light bulb. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and save this. All right. We're going to go lamp. All right. So now to do what's called rendering. So under design, you're going to go to render. Render makes things look a little bit more realistic. Okay. So I'm going to move this up a little bit higher. Okay. I kind of want it to look like what a lamp looks like. All right. The first thing is to put materials on the shade and on the base. Okay. So you got this little color wheel that says appearance. You click on that. This window pops up and you kind of scroll down to the library and you have all these different types of materials. Okay, so for my lampshade, usually lampshades are made from a fabric. So let's go through the different types of fabric here. And this one only has the one. Oh, okay. Oh, there it goes. It's not quite loading in yet. So I'm going to go with this light brown. So let's grab it. and pull it onto the shade. Now you can see that it has a fabric look to it. The base, let's go with wood. Now, if there's an icon here on the side, you'll have to download it. And this is where the desktop has a little bit of an advantage because it has more selection. There we go. See, this is the download button. So if anything you have here, you have to download it first. Okay. So let's do mahogany. So we're going to download that. There we go. Grab it, put it off to the face. Okay, little lag there. All right, so there's my lamp. The last thing we got to do, I'm going to move this up so I can see the light bulb. Okay, so you're going to scroll all the way up to the search. That's me. Okay, right there. And you're going to type in LED. Okay, sometimes you got to wait a little bit. And you scroll down, you have these different forms of LEDs. Okay. These color ones, they don't really emit light. Okay. As the three here that is above will emit the light. Okay. And they're measured in lumens. So the brighter the higher the number, the brighter it'll shine. So I don't want this one to be too shiny, so I'm going to hit the lower one. And I'm going to make sure that it hit the light bulb. Okay. I know it doesn't look like much yet, but there's one more step. Okay. So now you want to move your lamp into position. Okay. To do render, you hit this button right here. Okay. Now there's tons of settings for this, and you should take time to explore. So you can do web, you can do mobile, you can make a video. Okay. But I would say for now, just kind of leave it all natural. So you can go back and kind of play with the settings. All right, we're going to do cloud rendering, and then we're going to hit render. Okay. So you got the little icon down here that tells you that it's working. If you click on it, it'll come up, and it will actually tell you how long it's going to take. So we're going to wait a little bit. Okay, it might take you some time. Let's see it on your Chromebook. Okay, so it is now working here. You got to do a lot of calculations. Do some finding out where the light's going to hit. Okay, so you can see here that now we have a little of a glow right here because the light's right there, so we're getting a little bit of shadow. We got our scat here, or actually light right here. Okay, you can try different light bulbs. So when you get done, you're going to turn this in as normal. You're going to make sure you save, and then you go to File, do Detail on Web, and then hit the Share button. Okay. To explore it, see what you can do. You can add in different backgrounds, different lighting to it. There's a lot to do. Okay. All right. So if you have any questions, please let me know, and I'll see you in the next one.